Let's bring the judge in. He will tell us who really won, but the listeners out there, they can win the tickets to the Rough Riders show. The judge cannot.
Oh, come on. That's not fair, Mike.
I'll hold a pair of tickets for you. We got a pair of tickets for you.
Nice. Now we're talking. By the way, I won't let that affect my decision.
There you go. Impartial.
Bribery there. Bribes.
So let's get to this, guys. PT, yesterday, Diamondbacks Chris Herman hit a leadoff home run against Nick Pivetta into a pool full of Phillies fans in right center field. First of all, the writer of this story, Andrew Joseph, he makes it out like everybody in this pool was angry. Why, Andrew? Because our team sucks? I mean, because we can't handle being down 1-0 in the first inning. It's so new to us. Look, if you are rich enough to reserve an entire pool and hot tub in a ballpark for you and your friends, there's not much to be angry about. Yes, they threw the ball back on the field. Yes, you are a Phillies fan. You are in an opposing ballpark. You catch an enemy home run ball. Yes, you throw it back. Andrew, when Phillies fans leave town, we take Philadelphia with us to the corners of the globe. Write that down, why don't you?
Yeah.
That's my weekly soapbox sermon. Sorry. Mike, an electrician who helped build the Sixers' new practice facility in Camden, wrote pro Sam Hinkie and trust the process messages throughout the building, which is cool. I mean, did you think it was cool?
I thought it was great.
I know I was taking a chance because I know you're anti-process, so going with this story was probably not good for my chances of winning.
No, that's not fair. Just because you have it tattooed on you, it doesn't mean I'm against the process. I just feel bad for this electrician because now he's got a problem. Obviously, he wasn't hired to spread graffiti, and if somebody had already leaked it to the press, it means he's going to get identified soon enough. He wants to remain anonymous? Yeah, fat chance of that. He's going to get fired. But I say, leave the guy alone. I mean, it's not like he did a terror attack. It's not like he wrote things like, stand in water when using live wires. Or even worse, something like, instead of trust the process, he could have wrote defend our ground, which belongs to the Warriors. But that would be an act of violence. I mean, then you would have to fire him. I say leave the guy alone and trust the process.
Well, he's anonymous. We can't find him. Although I would have to assume someone's questioning
that's what
around
he's saying.
that office.
Like, there's a limited number of people. Apparently, if you dig deeper into that story, too, he emailed pictures while it was going on to a few select Sixers employees, and they liked it so much that they kept quiet about it.
Well, you don't want to piss off, I guess, who's going to get upset? Colangelo? Who's really going to get upset about this, other than the insurance company, maybe?
Yeah, Colangelo would probably be the guy.
Interesting. Yeah, there's a lot more. There's more layers to this than I realized. So, PT, your second story is a woman in St. Louis caught a foul ball with her handbag, and then I don't know if you mentioned this part. She then fell over onto onto a guy.
Yes.
I guess it was her husband. You know, I mean, and everybody claps, and it's a feel-good moment, and it's a great water cooler story for the Cardinals fans the next day. But I feel bad for the guy. Whether it was her husband or not, he must have gotten a double hernia when his wife fell on him and knocked him over. And then he just got up. He didn't say a word. I'm surprised when the woman reached in her bag, she didn't pull out the guy's testicles, because that's where she clearly keeps them.
It was a very large bag, too, but I'll just add that in.
Yeah, well, now I see why the handbag is so big. She keeps everything of his in there. His paycheck, his spare change. She wouldn't even let him hold the baseball.
That's true.
I hope that Cardinal fan takes stock in the situation and gets out of that lopsided marriage before it's too late. A cautionary tale at Busch Field. So, MG, 83-year-old Bill Russell last night threw his hat into the ring for biggest ego of all time. As you played for all the listeners, he had just graciously received an NBA Lifetime Achievement Award, and then he turned to a collection of greats like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, David Robinson, Shaq, Mutombo, Mourning, and said, "I would kick your ass." And he did it like Red Fox in Sanford and Son, great comic timing. But I gotta say, the aggrandizement of his speech had me thinking about, who did Bill Russell remind me of right there? And then it struck me. LeVar Ball. It was like LeVar Ball went back in
fair.
time and fathered Bill Russell during the Great Depression and then came back to 2017.
He followed it up by saying how truly honored he was to have them as his contemporaries.
Oh, I thought he next said that, if Jordan was there, he was going to tell him he would have kicked his ass too. Next thing I was expecting, Mike, was Kanye West to rush the stage and grab the mic and say, Bill, I'm going to let you finish. But we all know Wilt Chamberlain had the greatest NBA lifetime achievement. No? That was an homage maybe to...
Oh, I know what it was. Taylor Swift. I know where Taylor Swift was. Yeah.
All right, PT, your third story. Dennis Rodman was photographed coming out of the ladies' room in an airport listening to Stained, and on the surface it might seem odd, but the judge is on to Rodman here, PT. You see, he's incognito. And you ask her, and why? Why is he incognito? Survival. So ask yourself this. Where did Rodman just come from, and who did he party with? North Korea and Kim Jong-un. Okay? Right. The last guy to do that was Kim Jong's brother, and the next time he was in an airport, they gave him a double poison face rub, and he was dead in 20 minutes.
Double poison, that's right.
So Rodman has to improvise when he's in airports. So who does he not look like? A woman. Check. What band music can people easily ignore? Stained. Check. Although I would have gone with How You Remind Me by Nickelback, but it's Rodman's life at stake, not mine. Michael, Mike D'Antoni won the NBA Coach of the Year last night and sent an awesome zinger out to the Knicks, or more appropriately, the New York sports media. So I'm ready for the Knicks to take over here as the league punching bag from the 76ers. How about you?
I'm on board.
Yeah, let's trust that process together. How about that? We improved last year, but I mean, we spent so much time in the Atlantic Division basement, I thought Adam Silver was going to make us sign a lease. Now it's going to be the Knicks' turn. You can just tell, and I'll share with you guys the judge's very simple wish for this season. The Knicks will take a bath when they lose Porzingis. It's been a few years now since Carmelo Anthony's last DUI. He's overdue. And I hope that Willie Nelson goes on tour and his opening band is JD and the Straight Shot. So James Dolan can go off the grid for 6 months, and then Charles Oakley can sit in his courtside seat all season long. Because I want Charles Oakley to see a quality squad at the Garden when the Sixers visit twice a year to beat up the New York Knicks. Mic drop.
Very good.
Fellas, the end of 3 from the guys. Great stories all around. And I have to say, the survival instincts of Dennis Rodman has put PT over the top. You have won 3 from the guys.
Yes!
We have a winner. Congratulations, you are one of life's winners. We'll be right back.
All right, there you have it. Pete Thompson wins today's 3 from the guys, but you could be a winner out there. You heard the stories. Which story did you like best and why? Send us a text message, 609-403-0973, and we'll pick out a couple of winners for a pair of tickets to the Atlantic City Beach Fest concert series featuring Rough Riders and Friends August 3rd on the beach in Atlantic City.